Good morning, friends. How are you? Hope so. You all must be fine. Almost 2 years have been passed when I started this YouTube channel, and it was just started. There was no intention to start this channel, just because of COVID pandemic was going on, and I have to upload lectures for my student. So I think that it would be better to upload on the YouTube so that they can revise at any time, and it goes and goes on. I always try to make my lectures very simple and easy to understand. Still, many of the students might not be understand, and I always try to improve it. It really gives me a lot of immense pleasure if someone gets little help out of these videos. So it's my kind request to all my viewers that if they like, please comment, and if they don't like, why they are not liking, please do comment, and it really helped me to improve me further and also boost my morale. Some of the messages which I got in my comment section, many of them, as I try to make these videos mixed, like in Hindi, as well as I am saying few sentences in Hindi and few sentences in English. But few of my viewers, they want totally in Hindi, and few are saying, as they are international viewers, they are not of India, so they want totally in English because they are not able to understand that language. So therefore I am trying this channel to be totally in English, and within few months I will try to make another channel that will be totally in Hindi, so that there will be no mixture of the languages in both the channels. So, and also I want to say that now I am going to start a new series that is on the immunology, which is very important, very conceptual. So I will try to get some knowledge and also to give you some knowledge. So today I'm only taking a very small topic, that is the C reactive protein, and that is a protein which this is a test which we do in most of the infections to know whether any person is having infection or not. So let's start with our new topic, that is the C reactive protein. So what is this C reactive protein? That is acute phase reactant. So what is this acute phase reactant? Mainly these are the proteins which are synthesized by the liver. So they are in routine synthesized by liver at steady concentration, and also by endothelial cells. So liver is the main which is synthesizing these acute phase reactants. Then other than that, liver, endothelial cells, fibroblasts, monocytes, adipocytes, so they all are secreting these acute phase reactant. CRP is one of that acute phase reactant. But it is very important because any of the infection, the clinician will surely write for the CRP, that is the C reactive protein. Then this CRP, it has been seen rise in the acute inflammatory condition. So this CRP, which is usually synthesized by liver, in the inflammation it will rise, and this belongs to the beta globulin family. Now this CRP, why we call it as the C reactive protein? Because it is a protein which is synthesized by our body, and it is being precipitated with the C carbohydrate antigen of pneumococcus. Although these proteins are not antibody to this C carbohydrate antigen, but there is some property that they are precipitating with this antigen. Now this C reactive protein is non-specific. It will not tell you that it is an infection of staphylococcus or it is an infection of streptococcus. They are non-specific. They can rise in any of the infection, and they are raised in many inflammatory conditions. It is the one of the most common marker of acute inflammation. So it will show you acute inflammatory condition. Now this timing is very important, that it increases within 6 hours, it doubles every 8 hours, and it reaches its peak by 48 hours. Now the normal level of C-reactive protein which is being synthesized in a body, that is less than 0.2 milligram per deciliter. Then comes the insignificant increase. that is when it is the level of the CRP is less than 1. It is more than 0.2, but when it is less than 1 milligram per deciliter, that has been seen in when we are doing any heavy exercise or in case of pregnancy. Its level has been seen that increase, but it is a mild increase and level remains below 1. When it is moderate, it is 1 to 10 milligram per deciliter, and it has been seen in case of bronchitis, any malignancy, myocardial infarction. That is, so there are few conditions where we notice the rise in the level of CRP. And when there is another level, that is the marked increase when it is more than 10 milligram per deciliter, and it occurs in the condition like acute bacterial infection, major trauma. So in those conditions that been seen as the marked increase. So this is very important when you are dealing with any infectious. You want to know, is there any etiology of infection there? So there should be marked increase of the CRP. Now how we can detect this CRP, that is the C reactive protein? So the method is the precipitation method, which has been used in the past, and now it has been obsolete, where we were using the C carbohydrate antigen, and we go for this precipitation test. Then comes the latex agglutination test, which is being commonly used in all the labs. So it is a latex agglutination test, and where we are taking the patient serum and we have a kit. So like we are doing slide agglutination test in case of the Vidal. So similarly, it is also based on the agglutination technology, and you are noticing any agglutination occurring within this CRP protein with that or not. So latex particles, they are coated with the anti-CRP antibodies, and CRP protein is present in the serum. So we have to react with that, and if it is coming positive, that means it is positive. Detection limit is 0.6 milligram per deciliter. So less than that it will not be able to detect. It can detect more than that of. So that is the latex agglutination. That you can see in the second, where you are seeing some agglutination, so that is giving the CRP test positive. But when we say that the CRP test is positive, there is no value for that. You have to know what is the titer, what is the exact CRP level in your body. For that we go for the CRP dilution test. So what we do in the CRP dilution test, like the sample which you have collected for testing for the CRP. So what we do for dilution, that is we dilute the sample which we have taken for testing it. We dilute like we do in the Vidal test that is being done for the typhoid. So we dilute in the doubling dilution, we make dilute the sample, and then for each dilution we will do this test. So like your first dilution is giving positive, then second dilution giving positive reaction, third is giving, and from fourth onward you are not getting any result of agglutination. So the third, which is the final one, that will be your titer, and that will be the level of, and in the kit there is some literature is being given that if you are getting this dilution positive, so that is the level of protein CRP in your body, and if this test is if this dilution is coming positive, then it is. So that is how it will help you, and you will get the exact report of what is the CRP level in your. And it is very important to know when it, whether it is a marked increase, whether it is a moderate increase, or there is a insignificant increase of this. So from that you can correlate what is the etiology of increase in the CRP. So another is the HSCRP test, which is the highly sensitive CRP test, where we are detecting very small rise in the CRP, and where we notice, where we want this very small rise in CRP, that is mainly in the cardiovascular disease. So as I have said you, I have told you in the previous slide that in the cardiovascular disease also the C reactive protein increased. So for that you cannot use latex agglutination because you cannot detect that level of CRP. So you need nephelometry or the enzyme immunoassay. Mainly the nephelometry is being used, and that is a very good test to detect the CRP. It is a very important MCQ also. So this HSCRP test is being done for this cardiovascular disease. So that's all for this C reactive protein, and soon I will start sharing videos on this immunology topic starting from the immunity. Hope so you must have liked this video, and thank you for paying attention.